How you doing? What's up, everyone? Fran the Savage, Savage Ladies in Metal. Thank you for joining us today. I've been on hiatus for a little bit for the last few weeks. I've had some personal issues I had to take care of. And we are back this week with Chicago's very own Chris of Chainwax. Chris, come out of your hole.
Hi, Fran.
Well, that's
I'm Chris from Chainwax. Nice to see everybody. How's everyone doing?
So anyone, if you guys want to ask any questions, feel free. There is a section on the side, that you can send questions, and I will respond to them. And I'll ask Chris also. Chris, I think, is going to be extremely active during this. And keep in mind, we had two Italians who are going to try not to talk over each other. So we're going to work on this.
Beepity boppity boop.
Close enough. Close enough. Chris, would you like to introduce yourself, who you are, who you represent, and who we are missing? What are you doing? Do you want to feel taller? I mean, what are you doing?
How's that? Is that good?
That's good.
I found a chair.
You want to introduce yourself, who you are, what you represent, and who we're missing?
My name is Chris. I'm from Chainwax. We're a all original hard rock band out of Mount Prospect. We started up back in 2003 and had a couple changes and breaks, but this past October we got back together and we're here to rock down. And we have been making some waves. I can tell you a story about a fish that started like this, and it's growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And I can't even see my hands.
That's a big fish. That's a big fish. So, who are we missing? Who has been growing with your fishy?
There were two players that were originally in the band that we parted ways with back in 2008. And then in 2009, me and Heavey and Sampy and Mike gave it another shot.
And here you are.
What?
And here you are.
Oh, here I am.
Yeah. I'll try to talk louder, man. I thought I had a big mouth already, but apparently it's not big enough. So
okay.
A lot of people would contradict that that statement from me. So, all right. So, man, literally you've been gone for about 7 years.
Our last show was at Cairo in West Chicago, which is no longer.
Cairo. Wow. Yeah.
It was in 2017, June the 3rd. And we played with a band, what was it? Paul Mall Lifter, something like that. They're no longer around either. But you know what? Getting back with the guys who like you grew to love music with is so phenomenal. It's so fantastic. Like, it's like putting on a pair of shoes you lost in your closet for like 10 years and you're like, oh, it knows my foot. So, I mean, it's really amazing.
You just compared your band members to the shoes you lost in your closet.
My band members are the most fantastic shoes in the world, first of all. And I love shoes. Like, don't get me started on shoes.
Well, I'm glad your members love your feet and miss your toes. So
they cusp underneath and support intrinsically so I can walk without ease.
Okay. It's gonna be funny as fuck. All right. So with your toes being nice and wiped clean with your new members and your old members and your feet being all cozy and warm, what brought you back? What made you want to come back after 7 years?
Well, there was someone from the outside that came and took an abstract look at Chainwax in general and was like, you know what? You need to do more of this. So I started doing more of it. And then here we are 8 months later. I mean, we've just been knocking down barriers and roadblocks and jamming once, twice a week. I mean, we have stories, but we have a whole hour, so I'm not going to get into them yet. I've been told to not forward the story.
Yeah, don't jump ahead of me.
That's okay.
But, no,
I can walk next to you. We'll try.
Yeah, well, we'll work on it.
I wish I had a banner like that. Like, how cool would it be if I had a chain? Like, if I had a whole banner behind me, I'd be like, check this out. I'm Chris from Chainwax, coming next fall.
I've actually been asked by a lot of people why I sit so close to it. For one, because I'm comfortable, motherfuckers. And two, sage.
It's cool. I like it.
Boost.
10 points.
You like that? You like that? It helps like it's like a mental mind fuck, relax. It's not always about being savage. I mean, it is, but it's not, So anyway, on my 6, God, where have those guys been? So all right, so you guys have been back. You guys you jumped right the fuck in. Like literally, you guys came back 8 months ago. You and I have been talking for a while now. And I just happen to have a spot open for a show that I had at Rock House, which was a little off. I usually don't go off on the genres too much, but I decided to throw your ass in there anyway. Put you on the Rock House stage, man. How did it feel to get back on stage?
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I was trying to listen. I just didn't hear you.
All right. How did it feel to be back on stage?
On March 21st at the Rock House.
Yes.
Set up by the Savage Ladies of Metals. It was amazing. We had the most fun we've had in over a decade. And there's us and Ross Perot that can say that. Remember Ross Perot? He was pretty good.
I guess that's one way we can get away with talking about politics. Bring up the old fuckers that aren't around anymore, I guess. One way or another. But no, I mean, you guys put on a killer show, and there was a lot of people, they're just like, you're putting some hard rock metal mixed with some extreme. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's worked on so many levels. And you know what? A lot of people actually do end up fucking liking it. So I'm not totally against the idea. And you were my cherry. I actually have a couple cherries left, and you popped it. So thank you for letting me put you on an extreme show and killing it. Dude, you fucking killed it. You had that place hopping, man. People who aren't usually into rock were even jamming out. They're like, dude, Fran, these guys are fucking killing it. I'm like, dude, it's like you never left the stage.
Remember when I sent you the tracks and you were like, there is no fucking way you guys sound like this. There is no way you guys can perform. And we came on March 21st and we laid down and you were like, I guess I will go ahead and rescind that comment.
It's not too often when people could shut me up. I mean, you still didn't shut me up, but you got me to go a different direction, so it's okay. No, but you guys definitely killed it. I mean, you actually killed it a lot more in person than your tracks lay out, honestly.
Sorry.
I didn't smoke before the show. I should have known better. I should have gotten high for this. All right.
I mean, you really should have known better. You'd be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go live with Chris from Chainwax and just be like, I'm going to give him free reign and not censor him and not have a button that I could push to have like an 8-second delay. Because
I got plenty of buttons I can push.
Oh,
but, uh-oh.
With the buttons.
But I'm not the one that gets in trouble though. So yeah.
Right,
All right. So now that you're done spinning in circles in your garage. All right. So let me jump around back, okay? As I am old school. I write shit down. So now you got a new life, new members, new music, and a new attitude. And you finally hit the stage. And what are you looking to bring to the stage differently now than you did several years ago? Do I gotta yell this?
What? Like I'm trying to hear you, but like
you're moving around too much. Fungolata.
One more time.
What would you like to bring to the stage today that you didn't have 7 years ago?
In my country, we have 47 types of coal. When you lay on ice without underwear and you sit to be careful that testicles do not get stuck to the ice. Because I tell you, in my country, the only way to get off ice is for hot water. And that is not your favorite place for a testicle. Wait, what was the question?
I don't even know anymore.
You knew this was going to go like this. There was no way you were going to be able to. Sorry.
It's all good, man. All right, so Justin Stone says, "Great guys, great band, much love." Did you hear that?
Oh, look, it's Stone.
Justin Stone.
Stone!
I thought my ADHD was off the wall.
Stone is a very good friend.
Yeah.
He used to be the singer in a band called, what was it? Birthright. And he did an amazing job. And he always loved Leave Me Hollow. That's the video I sent you.
Right. I got that.
I think I met Stone back in 2005. Oof, that was like Bush 2.
Almost 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, what's up, Justin? Thanks for checking us out, man. I'm putting in your 2 cents. He's loving it. I hope you guys are entertained because I know I sure the fuck am. So, all right.
You ever heard of
moving forward on your 6?
Rick,
oh man, I so want to go left right now. I'm gonna shut up though.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Yep. So, all right,
moving on.
All right, so what do you want to bring differently to the table? So, like, legitimately now, not back in your country because our country is the same. So, back in this country,
in my country,
what are you looking to do your second time around now that you're back on stage, as opposed to when you first started out?
The Chainwax guys and I right now are playing because we love it. We get together every week for hours on end and just do our thing so hard that the universe shakes. And we've had opportunities come up starting in March from a nice lady who was like, you know what? These guys deserve a chance. Mm-hmm. And brought us out on stage.
So are you saying that when you first started, you hated it?
What? You're like, I'm Ben Bradley. So how many prostitutes have you been with? 0. The answer is 0. Okay, jot that down.
Answer that question.
No, you know what? Chainwax is my first love. I started with Chainwax back in 2003. We played with Soulfly, El Nino. We played with Kill Switch Engage, Shadows Fall. We opened up for Soil, Chevelle, Shinedown. We had a great time. And when these guys were in a spot where I felt compelled to hit them back up and be like, hey, man, I really want to do this again. Each and every one of these guys reached back out with 100% love and anonymity. We're like, you know what, Chris? We trust you. We're going to do this again. And that's what happened in October.
Yeah.
And then we practiced and we played. And I sent demos to people and messages. And some of them were like, there's no way you sound like this. And I was like, we sound a lot like that. Same guys. Same salad, same tomatoes, same oregano, parsley.
Parmesan and garlic. Oh.
Oof.
Just saying. So, all right. So, were you just dropping us a hint, though? You said you've been talking to some of these old friends of yours. Are we looking possibly at some more stage time with some old friends?
You know what? We've been hit up by dozens of bands and promoters in the last 6 weeks after going through the thing we just went through, which I won't bring up because that's something that's coming later. Okay. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're having a great time. We really are. I mean, what's life? You know, seconds, minutes, hours. You know, you're gonna stand at the edge of the stage and go, yeah! Or you're gonna like sit at home at your house and look at the wall and just be like, you know what, this is fine. No, it's not fine. If you have the chance to be that person, to elevate yourself and to have a power for humans to be able to connect and feel with music, why would you not? It's like if you had cows and they made milk and every one of your neighbors was like, I'd really like some milk. And you're like, you know what? I like milk too. Maybe not now. Share the milk, Fran. Grab the teat, supple it, and share it.
No. I'm going a different direction with that one. No.
You know what I mean.
I get it. No, I totally get it. So you just want to share
You
your
can't be
titties.
selfish with your talents. If
You
you're,
want to share your titties and spread your milk.
there's
I
an old
get it.
saying,
I
be
get it.
careful what you get good at. And if you get good at something, do it well and share it with the universe because they deserve to see it.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. So you want to share your titty and spread your milk, and you got a couple guys to go along with you. So you're all just spuging everywhere. So that's good. And that's how everyone gets wet and they come back for more.
We come into practice every week with that fucking look in our eyes. The look like I got some shit to prove. Like once you stop living in life and having something to prove, it's over with. It's not only to other people, like to yourself. Like you want to prove that, oh, that you fucking got it.
So let me ask you this. All this time, what the hell were you doing? Okay, for that 7 years, how did you hold any of that energy in? I mean, like you have so much energy.
I was in a
And
band called
now,
Let
I
Them
can't
Fight.
imagine having all that held in for 7 years and then all of a sudden finally hitting the stage. And
Like a volcanic explosion of its intrinsic, emotional, and delusional. I mean, it was wild. Now, I sang in a band called Let Them Fight in the interim after leaving Chainwax before getting back.
I remember
we
I
made an
saw you
album.
Let Them Fight out in McHenry a few years ago.
Yeah, well, that was us. We were there. Yeah. So we got down, we did our thing. But you know what? When it comes to like music and knowing what your real purpose is, and you get blessed with opportunities that bring you back to almost childhood. I mean, we're talking 2000, that's like what, 22 years ago? And these guys are like, hey, let's play these songs again. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, let's play those songs again.
Mm-hmm. So now your music is comprised of many genres. It's not just hard rock. You got a lot mixed in there. A lot. Like I heard some rap in there. I heard a little bit of thrash. I heard some riffs going off. I mean, you guys are a nice, beautiful blend of everything. And
there's some blast beats, there's some hip hops. We have the four of us collaboratively have so many influences from so many different areas, and it's really great that they all embrace each and every part of us. Like nobody's like, hey, you can't do that. That's not us. You know what I mean? Like whatever we do is us. Like It's literally our band. So if we want to do this, then by definition, that's us.
Right. And that's what I love about a lot of today's music now. You really can't put anyone in a genre anymore. I mean, you can put them in a general area or like group.
Fun story. My drummer, Mike, refers to it as a genre. Like I have not corrected him and he keeps saying it. That's not our genre. Also, he doesn't say that, but he says the word genre, not just genre. Like, I don't know if he doesn't possess the finesse at the end of a sentence to under and up inflict the genre word, but he says genre.
There's a lot of people who have problems saying the letter R. Have you ever noticed that? Or is it just me? Or even T. Like everyone I hear when they say Wheaton, Illinois, they say Wheaton. Bitch, it's not weed. It's I'm just saying R's and apparently T's are a thing. But so your music is pretty wide ranged, and it's do you plan on getting heavier or do you plan on staying in that little blended?
Well, we want to write a few more heavier songs for when we play with these bands that all they do is scream the whole time. No offense, but if that's your thing, then you know what? I want to fit in a little more. And then we also want to be emphatic and emotional so we can spend more time doing the things that we're going to talk about later that I'm not going to talk about right now about radio stations and such, because we decided on that beforehand and I'm a good boy.
Aw, it's so cute.
But yes, both. We both want to be hard and gritty, but at the same time, emotional, copacetic. I want people to feel. I don't care if they cry. I don't care if they laugh. I just want people to feel. I want to sing and look out in the crowd and watch people singing back, which happened for weeks. And we won't talk about that yet because it's too early.
We'll get to that. So maybe, okay, let's say you're doing a rock show. Let's say Rock Rage rolls around. Giving an example, Rock Rage rolls around, you're on a show for Rock Rage, on a tour or whatever, and you're representing the rock scene. You can adapt with your music to the rock scene. Now, let's say, I'm just calling this one out, World Metal Scene. As everyone knows, I'm an admin for both, so I'm just pulling them both for an example. World Metal Scene, that's more on the metal and extreme side. Would you be able to pull pull select music to adapt to that genre also, or are you just going to say, here it is, fuck you, like it or not?
Well, my bass player would look you right in the eye and say, fuck you, we're going to do what we're going to do the way we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, personally, I have a little more sense of remiss to me. And if we're playing with let's say if we're playing with Hatebreed, or if we're playing with like Shinedown, there's a different afflection I get. The same songs.
That's why
the musicians play the same shit, but like there's a different type of vibe I'll bring.
Right. That's why I'm asking, just for that exact reason, for good examples.
Oh yeah, I'm a chameleon. You put me in a hot tub, I can make friends with everybody. Gotcha. Look at you. It's like, stop it, Chris. Stop it.
No, my mind, I'm just a sick bitch, and I'm calling that shit out. If half of you even knew what the fuck runs through my head. So let's jump ahead. So now, as I was saying, you came to a Savage event at Rock House in West Dundee, and we had some killer bands that I put you with, and I mean, you guys, the whole night was a great night. That was actually our debut night at Rock House, and it was a Thursday. I hate Thursdays. We all know this.
Thursday.
But it still made it happen. Still, still almost 100 people showed up.
I remember almost 100 people in that crowd, first of all.
Yeah.
So jot that down.
Yes, there was. There was still almost 100 people. So if anyone says it was small, recount, bitch.
I also remember seeing a whole bunch of fans that were there for other bands that had their arms up and they were bopping for some Chainwax.
Absolutely, man. And you had the girls bouncing around too. I'm just saying. I was watching that shit. I even took a few pictures. But now, so you took, so you hit the stage, you killed it, and then I think it was a week later, maybe a couple weeks later, you sent me a message saying that you sent in for Bandemonium.
Bandemonium.
With
2024.
Yes. So Bandemonium 2024, hosted by none other than WIIL Rock, who is they are from up north at Gurney Mills. Actually, they're in Gurney, and
they're at the G spot.
Yeah, the G spot. Yes. And every year they have Bandemonium. If you guys don't know who WIIL Rock is, definitely check them out. If you're not from the area, they got a website. Just look that shit up, man. They're badass. They represent all of the rock scene, and they have amazing music, amazing DJs and everyone, and they're constantly doing things for the scene, obviously. And you guys did sign up for it. And how did you have to go about that? What did you have to do? Do I have to repeat all that? Just smile and look pretty.
Well, the thing about Bandemonium is it's a contest of how many people you can bring. It's not a talent contest. It's not like they're sitting there with their pens and papers being like, you know what? This band had presence. They had a je ne sais quoi. The guitars were immaculate. The drums were magnificent. It's literally all about how many tickets go in the box.
Yeah. It's always about money. Always. And one way or another, it's paper. And they stole my chairs. I like you guys. That's why I just said, you know what? I wasn't in the mood because I got some bad news before I showed up. When I showed up,
when you're sitting at a table and you have chairs and you're eating tacos, it's almost like respectably assumed that you will go ahead and rescind and keep those tables. But when they come and take your chairs and there's just a table, what are you supposed to do? Kneel at it? Squat? Lean gently across it.
I really didn't care. I just walked up to another table, just grabbed their shit, and walked back over there. I wasn't in the right mind frame when I was there, as you know.
Oh, I know, I remember.
But yeah. But so I mean, you guys, the show has been going on for a few weeks, and I know that the grand finale is this weekend, up at Gurney Mills too. But so you guys did place, did you have to send music in? I mean, what did you have to do? How'd you have to sign up for other bands for 2025 so they know what to do?
What?
Fangulata.
Sorry, I didn't hear that part. I'm doing my best. I listen to loud music a lot.
Yeah, I get that. I wear hearing aids so I could hear myself better too. All right.
Twice a week, I scream at the wall for 2 hours straight, so that doesn't hurt either.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. So are we?
Okay. All right. I'm just asking. All right. So when you applied for the 2024 Bandemonium with WIIL Rock, what did you have to do? Did you just have to send in a couple links? I mean, what was the process? So people fans who
the whole process began when Chris Sampi, our guitar player, was like, we should totally do this. I heard this on the radio. And I was like, don't fucking tempt me with a good time. I'll fuck around and find out. So then they wanted us to send in a link with a little bio. And they said that there was a 2-week online voting round where they had to get people to just click I vote for you once a day. And I don't know how that all turned out, but long story short, we smoked right through that voting round. So that was the first thing. The first thing was they wanted you to send in a link with a song and a bio and get everybody that you know and their sisters and their cousins and their aunties and their mamas and the sisters and the brothers to vote for you. It didn't matter where you were. Did I say that right? I said that right.
So how many bands qualified?
There was 30.
There was 30 bands.
30 bands to start on the voting round. And then they whittled that down to 10 and somehow pushed that down to 8 by the time the performance round started. Because the performance rounds were completely different. Like they were like, come out to Gurney Mills every week for 6 weeks straight. And then they counted your votes. So like it was strange. Like it didn't start the way it was going to be.
Are you on a ladder again?
No, the ladder's behind me. I'm not on the ladder. I can get on the ladder. Hold on. Here we go. Going up.
Your phone with you because I want to see more.
Whoa.
Than just the, just
all right, everything's fine. Okay, now we're on a ladder. This is Chainwax on the ladder. Can I get away with that? I mean, that's not copyrighted, is it?
You can get away with whatever the fuck you want. Just don't grab a guitar and start singing a full song because then YouTube's gonna make and start fucking flagging my shit like they fucking did before. That's why you can't go live. So I apologize. But so all right, so you made it to the. You look so creepy. You made it to the top 8, and you guys started showing up. But your first week, you guys had a slight snafu. You did.
We didn't have a drummer our first week.
Yeah, you guys ended up having to do an acoustic set. So what was
we
that
went
about?
100% grandpa guitar. We play grandpa guitar so delish. Without practice, my bass player Greg Heavey and my guitar player Chris Sampi picked up their acoustic guitars. The guitar didn't even have an output, so they just mic'd it. And they brought it out to the gurney and sat there. And I screamed at the top of my lungs without even bringing it down one iota every song that we were going to sing.
So you overpowered.
Like they were like, you know what? We're doing this acoustic. You should probably dial it down. And I said to myself, I'm not dialing shit down. So I went full blast. Like they're playing, and I'm all like, paradise, paradise. Further apart, you seem to grow from me. It was wild. Like there's a YouTube video of the whole show.
I did watch the link, and I noticed that too. I mean, you were
like, Chris isn't holding back. It's like he pulled off his suspenders, he licked his finger and his pinky, and touched his eyebrows, and came in full force.
And you just kept coming.
That's kind of my brand, Fran. Oh. Stop it.
No, you stop it. Fungal.
We're in front of company. There's people here watching. The last thing we need to do is make it awkward.
Anyway. So you guys obviously made it past the first round. So even though you guys went acoustic and had that slight snafu, you guys came back the second week and you had the full band and you fucking destroyed it.
Dude, we came in and everyone from the radio station was coming up to us being like, oh my God, where have you been? What's Chainwax? Why am I alive? It was great. It was really amazing. There was this group of a dozen kids that came up to me afterwards and was like, can we get a photo? And I'm like, are you with my parole officer? No, I'm kidding. I don't have a parole officer. But also they took a photo. And then there was like pieces of drumstick that Mike chewed out to the ground. And they were like, can we have these drumsticks? And I was like, yeah, here. And then they're like, can you sign them? I was like, You plotting against me? Like after 7 years, you're not used to that type of admiration, but it was really nice.
Well, you know, once you get released on parole, you know, you got to question everybody at that point, you know.
Take that leg monitor off, and you just turned into a rabbit that found some of that cocaine the bear left behind. Ow!
So, so yeah. So I mean, obviously, you came back. You came back second week. You had your band, and you fucking showed them exactly what the hell you were made of. You guys fucking killed it. Blew some minds. Kids were fucking loving it. Came back, and you guys just kept qualifying week after week. And you guys did end up finishing third. I personally think you got screwed, and I know a lot of people that actually thought that too. You know, I mean, there were some great bands there. I'm not knocking any of them because I know several of them. I knew half of them personally, as friends also. But love you guys, love your show, love my show too. But Chainwax, freaking, they would kill you. You guys were awesome, but you guys did take third. Now,
the fucking bronze. We came in after almost 7 years off and snatched the bronze right off the desk.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you even made it to the final, you know, to make it to the competition was already an amazing feat for being gone for 7 years. For you guys to come out.
We're playing shows at a mall an hour away from our home base. Mm-hmm. And we specifically only on attendance numbers made it to the fucking semifinals. Yeah. That is intense. I did not know. None of us expected that shit. We expected, 1, 2 weeks. Fine. Everything's fine. We're talking Gurnee. That's an hour fucking north.
It's the Great America for anyone who doesn't know where that's at. Yeah.
It's north.
I mean, you guys, I mean, it didn't shock me at all. I mean, you guys
you know what the thing is that people that had come out from the beginning that didn't have a band they were coming for came and seen us, and we started getting their votes. We sold out of t-shirts on week 2.
That's awesome.
They bought every fucking shirt we had. My son Demetrius and his girlfriend, what's her name? Demi. We're like, Dad, we're out of shirts. What are we gonna do? I was like, smile and sell them fucking necklaces, bro. Get back out there.
Wait, wasn't that the same week you guys ran out of beer? That they ran out of beer at Bandemonium?
That was the same. You know what? I feel like there's a correlation between running out of beers and running out of Chainwax shirts because it happened on the same fucking week.
You might have something to do with that.
Come here. What?
I said you may have something to do with that. You ran out of shirts, and the mall ran out, and Bandemonium ran out of beer. Dude, I can't imagine.
Well, the fact that it was on the same night, I mean, that's pretty coincidental.
Right? Either that or you were just shit-faced. So, okay, so you guys took third. Now, what do you get for that? What do you get for getting bronze? I mean, is there some kind of acknowledgement besides getting the airplay, besides getting the acknowledgement?
If you had won the competition, you got, what was it, $1,000 play for the Kenosha County Band, recording thing. There was like a list of stuff. Hey, this is Demetrius.
Hi,
this is the young man that sold all the shirts out.
Good job, good man.
Tell them they came on. What happened when it came to buy the shirts?
We ran out, and there was only a 3XL left.
And they still bought one. Like one of them was like,
bought it.
"Oh, I could make this a tarp for my boat."
That's great. Well, good job on selling the merch, kiddo. You got yourself a future at Dad's spot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, he's got you once, Dad. That's good though. I mean, that's awesome. I was really proud of you guys. I mean, you guys are you jumped right back in. Like you didn't even skip a beat. You know, you guys came back like you owned that stage. And I love that about it. You know, so, you know, I don't think that's arrogance. I think that's confidence. And when you have that confidence and you didn't lose any of that and you showed the appreciation, not just to being on stage again, but to the fans, that we feel that from being on the floor, from being on the ground, watching your performance. We feel that as fans and everyone else, that you're not just doing it because you're doing it because of what you love. You're doing it for everybody, for everything. And that's what brings people there. You know, we become attached to the music too. Even if we don't know the words yet, we're already hooked. And that's what you're able to do. And that's what I loved about your music. And
do you remember when I said there was an outside force that I showed this Chainwax stuff and they were like, "Oh my God, you need to do this again"?
Yeah.
This is the outside force.
Yeah.
One day back in September, I sat my son down in my office, and we sat here and listened to all 17 tracks from Chainwax. And he looked at me and he goes, Dad, what the fuck are you doing with Let Them Fight? This Chainwax is the fucking shit. You said those words. He didn't swear as much. He's a good boy. But this guy right here was like, you know what? What are you doing? Oh! And then he started posting us on his TikTok and his Snapchat and gaining followers. And then these kids that came out and took pictures with us, he was with them on the Facebook or the TikTok, and they were sending him shit like, dude, your dad's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So this guy right here, if it wasn't for him,
good job.
mostly.
Good job, kiddo. Man, good job. You got, you're obviously your dad's #1 fan, and now you actually have this on your dad. For once, the father listened to the child.
Dimitri.
Good man. Good man. Embrace that, because I don't know how you're going to count how many times it's not going to happen the rest of your life. Embrace that. But it's, you got your dad to open his eyes and wake back up. Come
Dude,
back.
you brought me back into the fold. I was like, what? You were like, but Chainwax. I'm like, hold on. Wait, what? Yeah. We sat here for hours. Listen, like he kept going like, Dad, can I go? And I was like, I got one more song. And we just kept listening to him. And he was like, there is absolutely no reason you shouldn't do this. This is amazing. Dad, get back with Chainwax. So that's when I hit up Mikey, the drummer. I was like, bro, you want to do this again? And then we hit up Sampy and Heavy, and they were like, fuck it. I'm not doing nothing. Let's do this. Let's get it.
So from the time you played all your tracks to your son to the time Chainwax made it happen, how long was it before you guys actually came together?
3 weeks. 3 weeks after that night with my son, before we got back together with Chainwax. And we started practicing every night. And then as soon as we got the show offer from the Savage Ladies of Metal for the 21st show that he was at, we were practicing twice a week.
Yeah. That's awesome. Good job, kiddo. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, back in the house. All right. Good kid.
So, he's a cutie. I love that hair. It's got the curly hair. He's so cute. So is that what your hair looks like if you grew it out?
That's what my hair looks like before I was 21. I didn't have a chance. My grandpa was slick. You know what he used to say? Grass don't grow on a busy street.
Okay, so Ed says that's his son, and he's proud of him.
That's me. That's my stoyle.
Uh-huh. Are you stealing people's kids? But no, yeah, he's a cutie, and I'm glad.
That's my dad.
I'm glad he said something though, because
that's not the actual father of my child. To be clear, that's my dad.
Okay, I got you.
He's not like that. That kid's my son. He's like, this guy is my son. Okay. Me. Just to be clear.
Okay, I got it. I'm getting it where this is coming from now. All right, Dad, good job. You have a good son and a beautiful grandson. Awesome family. So I'm glad you're proud of him, and you should be, because he's got an amazing voice, and man, is he entertaining as hell. But oh shit, what? Hold on a minute.
Shit, she's like, I'm at 38 minutes and 29 seconds. I gotta grab from my beverage.
Hold on,
Is there a mouse running around?
Yeah, no, my laptop was dying down. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know it wasn't plugged in. So, so you do it, like, seriously though. I'm glad he said something, because you needed to be back on stage, and you're glowing, and that's fucking awesome, man. I absolutely love it. So, so I'm gonna try to stay on track here. It's not working too much, but
well, I'm not helping very much either.
not really. Well, you answered a lot of these questions already. I'm moving on. So hold on a second. All right. So now there is. Let's see. Oh, I want to talk about about your semifinal round. Now remember when I was saying when a musician, that we can tell from the ground, watching the musician, listening to them, watching the way they sing it, the way they act. You guys feed off our energy. And that's that's obviously something that all musicians will do. And at one point, this is what I love when musicians do this, because it brings them to a higher respect, when they not only feed off the energy, but they acknowledge the audience. When you got a singer who sees that there's a fan singing clear as day and knows the words to your song, and you hold
He
that
was
mic,
mouthing it so hard.
and you hold that mic in front of that kid's, that person's face, male, female, child, whatever the case is, and you let them take that chord and they hit it, and then there's the musicians, just like what you did, where you bring the kids on the stage.
I told him, get up here. I went like this. And then I went like this to show him which way to walk up. This kid, his face lit up like a goddamn candle.
Yeah.
He came up on that stage and he sang that chorus with me.
That is awesome.
You know what? If that was a 15-year-old me, you could have just fucking put me in a coffin. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I lived everything I wanted to live. It was amazing that I was able to do something like that for a kid like that.
Yeah.
That's the same kid that got their drumstick the week before that brought another half a dozen kids with them that got us to round 4. So I felt like I owed him a little. You got to respect your fans.
Right.
There's bands out there that are like, oh, we're going to do crowd killing and this and that and look at everybody angry. And then after the set, we're going to hide in the corner. But you know what? People want to be appreciated. They want to be loved. They want to know that there's a band that they're coming out to see, even if it's not Shinedown, even if it's Chainwax, that they could sit there and actually have a piece of the story and feel it.
Right.
And that's what we were trying to do for that kid. We didn't even talk about it, the band and I just brought him on stage. And then afterwards, I held up the microphone and let him hold it for pictures afterwards. I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. When the bands include the fans, include the audience, when you got your bassist or your lead, whoever the fuck it is, whether it's a singer, and you run off stage and you start, mingling, getting into that mosh pit, getting involved and just going around, and people get a chance, if they're not close enough to the stage, now they have that split second to actually see you up, without looking at some stupid ass Megatron. I won't waste my money on shit if I have to look at a fucking TV to see you. I think that's stupid as fuck. Personal opinion.
Funny story. During that semifinals, during our last song in the breakdown, I took a gainer off the stage. I jumped down into the crowd and walked around, and everybody that was up front's face and gave them a word or two with dedication and devotion and empath. And I looked them right in the eye and I screamed my piece, and everybody seemed to have a great time. I went up above and beyond during that competition to make people feel like a part of the show. Like right in the middle of the songs, I just start screaming, everybody, let's hear it, Gurney! Let's hear some noise for Chainwax! And everybody, I swear to God, every time I did that, I'd raise my hands up and I'd say, let's hear it for Chainwax! And they'd start screaming. We finished our set. I was walking across the stage 18 seconds after the music started and stopped. And I started clapping. Let's hear it again with no microphone, and everybody erupted. It was amazing. That's great. Like if there was a way that it was 1987 and they had one of those applause-meters, you know what I mean? And they were like, we're going to gauge this competition on applause-meters. Right. And like they heard the screams that Chainwax got, we would have rocked that shit. They would have went home and we would still be rocking it, but that's not what happened. But also, the applause-meter, no fucking joke.
No, you guys are amazing, and that's why I said stage presence is everything. It's not just about getting up there and playing and singing your shit. The crowd involvement, the people involvement, the fan involvement. You made that kid's day especially when the children are involved and the artist brings the children around. Dude, you set them for literally for the next year. You made them their world, and you may have also
children are our future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah. You might have even opened that door for that kid to maybe want to be another.
Maybe he wants to go buy a fucking guitar now. Maybe he wants to buy a microphone. Maybe he's sitting there with his Chainwax CD screaming at his radio. Yeah. Who knows?
You could have been that inspiration. And that's I think that'd be an amazing feeling, that somebody saw what I was doing and said, I want to do that. And I'm going to do it better. Good. Do it. Do it better. I'd be all for it. I think that's amazing. And I think that's beautiful that you did that for that little boy. That's awesome. I have mad respect.
That's what it's all about, is inciting emotion, allowing your energies to be perceived and consumed by people that you've never met. I never met these kids before.
Mhm.
We played that show and they came up afterwards, wanted pictures, and then bought every fucking t-shirt we had. We had
Yeah.
100 shirts. My car was lighter on the way home. No joke. Jot that down.
I agree. I just happened to glance over. I don't know who Dada is, but thank you. And I probably do, and I'm not thinking of it. Dada, he gave me a compliment. Thank you, appreciate that. But I mean, like literally, one of your most well-known songs is "Leave Me Hollow." Now,
I
what
love
is
that
the
song.
story of that?
That is the story of a man who's been led on a road down to the end of the road where he thought there was a crossroad, but it was just a dead end. Oof. That's it. That's the whole thing. You were like, that's great. Chapter 1 was fantastic. I'll subscribe for chapter 2. And I'm like,
right,
you know what?
so-
That was the whole fucking story.
Okay, so based on the dead, okay, so he made it to, it's the end of the road, and I want to start singing like Boys to Men now.
The love a parent feels for the child
Okay,
as they understand and realize that the relationship with the other parent is no longer a functional item.
unfortunately,
And
I know
the
exactly.
look you have to give that child and the reassurance, that's Leave Me Hollow.
I
A
unfortunately
lot of us have
know
felt that.
exactly what you're talking about. Davina, I miss you.
All I ever wanted to feel is something.
Well, I do actually have a copy of Leave Me Hollow, and I could play that video right now for everybody. If you give me a second, I could pull it up.
Oh, am I spoiling things again?
No, I'll let it fly. You're okay.
Are you gonna play the video
I
or like?
am going to play the actual video,
Oof,
so try not to sing with it.
I will keep. Why?
All right, give me a second. Usually I have this set up, but apparently I didn't set it up all the way like I was supposed to.
Your lips stop moving like mine when I'm kissing someone and trying to also unhook the bra at the same time. It's like you're. Okay.
Hold on, you just screwed me up.
Fucked her up. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Hold on,
Where's the Chainwax?
Dan Cooper says he will take
Being
it.
inappropriate.
Why the fuck did
Hey, Dan Cooper, dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
That's funny.
I want to dress like Batman.
Why the fuck is that doing that? Hold on a minute. Okay, this is not doing it right. I don't know why. Hold on a minute.
If you want to come out the words like a bad TikTok.
Yeah, apparently. It's still playing. Shut up. It should be connecting to YouTube, but it is not. Give me a second. Hold on a minute. Why isn't this connecting? Oh, I'm going to be pissed. Hold on a second. This better be.
I mean, you could just play it. I could mouth it. We can do this any way we want.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
Play a game of Scrabble in our
But
pajamas.
that's not the point. I had this issue. Touche. Dan says touche. I had this issue a few weeks ago, and YouTube said they fixed it. And it's not cooperating.
You can just play the video on your screen and like hold your.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to connect it to my YouTube. Hold on a minute. I don't know why the hell it's not working. Let me see. Oh, I am getting pissed. Hold on a minute. Everything's loaded the way it should be. Everything's set up, but it's just not connecting. Oof. Oh, I am going to be pissed.
What the hell? Well, so we'd say have a moment here to sit and talk.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
It's nice that you went ahead and had me on the show today. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
well, I mean, God knows you have a lot to say, so we can definitely keep talking. But no, this is really pissing me off now because this video should be playing, and I'm going to snap on stream very soon. All right, I'm going to give it one more shot, and if it doesn't work, I'm just going to move the fuck on. Why the fuck? Yeah, it's I don't know why it's not connecting. I'm gonna snap later. I apologize, everybody. It is not working. I mean, I can see if you can hear it. Let me see, maybe you can hear it this way. Let me try this. It's not the way I prefer to play it, but if I gotta do it this half asinine way, fucking then I'll do it. Hold on. I thought it was set up and it wasn't, and now I know why. All right, let me know if you can hear it. If you can't, then I'm just gonna fucking do it. Can you hear it?
I can't hear it. Do you want me to play it?
Go for it, man. I'm not
There.
fucking assholes. I want my money back for this month. All right, so this is not normally what happens, everyone. I apologize. I'm able to play the video, but it's not connecting for some reason. So bad you can shout all you ever wanted to feel is something. Hours turn into days, kids into look away. All I ever wanted to feel is something. Yeah, Chris. It sounds like shit, man. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been trying to still pull it up. It's fucking not connecting. I'm pissed. Fuck. What the fuck is this? Chris.
See? Fuck
All right.
technology. We got this.
I appreciate you did that, but it being replayed, almost no one could hear it. People could barely hear it and was very distorted the whole time. I was still trying to connect.
That's horrible.
And,
That's right.
no, what pisses me off is that I feel fucking like I fucked up now because I can't get the shit connected, and that pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, that's fine. We've been going for 57 minutes. I'm sure everyone's tired of hearing us by now.
I don't give a shit. That's not something I'm used to doing. Those videos, I always get those videos played, and I'm going to chew their asses out when I'm done because it's some bullshit. And I also discovered something that's not supposed to be seen. That fucking StreamYard spot. It's supposed to be covered. So I just noticed that too. But all right. So regardless, everyone, I apologize. I'm going to have to chew out StreamYard, which is connected. Well, it's actually StreamYard and YouTube connected, and bitch them out. But Chris, I appreciate you still attempting to put the video on.
I was trying.
For anyone who hasn't heard their music yet, definitely check it out.
I mean, I could do it a cappella. That without guitar, that's fine, right?
If you want to, go for it. Floor is yours.
Feel your heart breaking out, hurt so bad you can shout. All you ever wanted to feel is something. Hours turn into days, can't stand to look away. All I ever wanted to feel is something. Before you take it away, at least let me say what it does to me when you go away. I'm not the same, and I know that I'm to blame. Take it away, at least let me say what it does to me when you go away. I'm not the same, and I know that I'm to blame. See right through me, why'd you choose me? Make me follow, leave me alone. All I ever wanted to feel is something. How'd I do?
And I'm going to end it with hallelujah, thanks to Dan. So Dan says, you have a voice better than Jesus. I would love to know. I mean, I'm not in a hurry to find out, but what does Jesus sound like? I am him.
I'm not going to attempt an impersonation because that's just blasphemous. I don't need that kind of juju. I don't need that kind of juju.
Life itself is blasphemous, okay? I'm just saying. You know,
Thank
if
you
you
so
want,
much for having me on. I've
I
had a blast. This has been so fun.
absolutely, man. You know,
Made my whole day.
dude, I'm really glad that you guys are back on stage. I'm glad that everything is working out. You guys are jumping in like you never even stepped away from the stage, and that is beautiful. I wish you guys nothing but blessings and so much more. You guys are just beginning, and Bandemonium was just a taste of what you have yet to bring. What do you guys got coming up? What else you got coming?
We are recording. We are writing. We are working on another album. Within the next 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to have fresh MP3s from the Chainwax camp. We've got Broken Shadows. We've got Paralyzed. We've got The Venom Within, The Midnight Masquerade. All these songs. I am moving on from yesterday. Like, there's some really good hooks. Be excited. I'm excited. You should be excited for us.
I am. Where you can send those links when you're ready to pop them up, even if it's just for me to get a little pre-screening before it goes public. You know,
You're getting first look. Well, thank you again. I appreciate your afternoon and your followers. Hi, I'm Chris from Chainwax. Yes. I hope I was entertaining enough to withstand your Sunday afternoon monogaminations.
Absolutely. So now, if anyone wanted to check out your music or look into merch and everything else about you, what platforms can they find you?
You can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Chainwax. You can find us on Spotify. We're on YouTube as / what's this sign with the and sign? Chainwax Band. So basically, if you go to Google and type in Chainwax music, you're going to find me. If you go to your Alexa and say, Alexa, play Chainwax Band, you're going to get me. A whole earful of me. And also, if you want to email me at chriswax@gmail.com, I will send you our entire catalog and all the videos you could stand.
Spell that because it's not
because I'm like that.
It's not spelled like a normal Chris, so you might want
KRIZWAX@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know you want to hear our catalog. I will send you every file and MP3 I've put together for the past 22 years. If you want to hear us, if you appreciate us, I will make this happen for you.
Well, don't forget to get Dan a XXX shirt, and he says that Drake is going to be on your next album, and he only has MySpace. Do you have MySpace?
MySpace.com/Chainwax Band. Don't fuck around and find out if you don't want some.
That is great. Oh my God, Chris, man, it was awesome having you on today, and it was very entertaining. I definitely.
You're a good friend. I appreciate you.
I absolutely needed this today on many levels, so thank you. And thank you for the entertainment. Everything was awesome. Everyone, you know,
like who climbs a ladder? Have you ever had someone climb a ladder during an interview before? Is that wild?
No. And you were very active, man. You were just spinning in circles and shit, man.
Chainwax. Oh.
So no, thank you, my dude. I'm looking forward to everything you got coming up next, man. Definitely keep in touch with me. I mean, we already, you know, we've become friends from everything. So definitely look forward to seeing what you guys got next, what you got coming up. And I will get a shirt. I have like XL because my boobs are kind of big, so I need some space. I got a wide ass too. I got a small hip, so. But so definitely, you guys check them out. Chainwax, you know, Chris KRIZ, really cool guy, and they are from the Chicago area, well, Chicagoland area. Not everyone's in Chicago, but I just put Chicago anyway. It's easier that way. And keep your eyes out for them. And if you want to check out what they're like, check out WIIL Rock and Bandemonium. They got some live performances on there also that we're recording. You can check them out and see what they're about. So, Chris, thank you, man. It was good seeing you. Good talking to you again. And you have a beautiful Saturday. I'm trying to find my links here. You have
in my country, our Saturdays are so much more the better. When you hang out with the savage and ladies of metal. All
right, everyone. You have a good one. Happy Sunday. Take care, guys. See ya.